Well, good morning, everyone. My name is David Gilbert, Field Director for the Mississippi Valley Council, and today we're going to go through our membership recruitment conversation. We've had 4 of these over the last couple of days. We want to record one that was up on YouTube. So if you missed joining us in person at one of our 4 convenient times, you're able to watch this in the replay, or if you did go through it but wanted to get a little more information or remind yourself of what happened, we've got it here just for you. So our theme this year for recruitment is Escape the Great Indoors, and we're going to talk about a handful of things that you might have seen before, a handful of things that are new data that's been presented to us, and we're also going to talk about some best business practices. Some of these things may be good for your PAC, some of these things may not be good for your PAC. It just kind of depends on what your culture is locally. So we're going to go through some recruitment best practices, the power of the personal touch, registration night best practices, why people quit our program, how to prevent it, and then I'm going to throw in some shameless plugs. If we were in person, we'd have plenty of opportunity for Q&A. When we get to that point, you're welcome to send us an email at mvc@scouting.org. Hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/Mississippi Valley Council, or give us a call at either one of our service centers. Quincy is 217-224-0204, and Burlington 319-754-8413. And of course, you can always reach out to your district executive. Recruitment best practices. What we want you to do is own your recruitment and own your program. This is your program that you're operating, and the council is here to support you. So the best PACs have their first PAC or DEN meeting within 7 days of your recruitment to keep high interest. What that means is that if you recruit a kid and wait a month until the PAC meetings, the DEN meetings start, you've lost that kid. That's not a best business practice. Have your recruitment and then bam, get them right involved, get them doing things, and you're going to be more likely to retain them. Same goes with outdoor opportunity. A lot of people believe that we are an outdoor program, which we are, keep the outing and scouting. So if you have a camping outing within 45 days of joining, you are twice as likely to have them recharter in December than you would if they did not get in the outdoors. Make sure that you're in good standing with your chartered organization. Make sure that you're in good standing with your schools. Build those relationships, utilize us at the council office to help you, but ultimately we want to make sure that you're owning your program. And make sure that you utilize the help of your senior district executive, Matt Gerada, or district executive, Matthew Shaw, who will start with us on September 1st. And I, as the field director, am always available for assistance too. We see lots of different PACs. We see lots of different communities. Many of us have been around the block for a decade plus. Matt's new, but he's going to be getting up to speed pretty quickly, and he's surrounded by a lot of great information. And of course, we're going to send him to training to bring him up to speed a little bit quicker. Ask us for guidance, ask us for help, because we know some of the best business practices, and we may know some of the history of what's gone on in your specific PAC. The best PACs will work and try to get Bobcat within 30 days of that kid joining. One of the parts of advancement is instant recognition, making sure that they do an activity, they reinforce what they've learned, and get recognized for what they've learned sooner rather than later. When you are recruiting, make sure to have a number of different avenues for spreading the word. The more times people see it, the more times they're going to think about scouting when they're thinking about programs to put their young son or daughter in. Flyers, yard signs, posters, press release templates, church bulletins, bookmarks, postcards, peer-to-peer recruitment cards, temporary tattoos. All of these things are things that you can utilize in order to make that happen. And then finally, engage all leaders, all parents, all den chiefs, and all scouts. If you have a great program, don't hide it. If you don't have a great program, make it better and then spread the word, because the best recruitment tool you have are your parents, your scouts, your leaders, people who are actually engaged in your program, spreading that by word of mouth and verbally inviting people, hey, do you want to join our program? The council has a variety of active and passive recruitment methods that we're going to help you with. First and foremost, we get a handful of flyers we're going to send out as long as the school permits us. That includes full color flyers, reminder flyers of your recruitment event. It's not too late flyers, in-school presentations if the schools will allow them, and then customized stickers that are going to have your PAC's recruitment night pre-printed on there. Other things that we recommend: school registration, open house display, personal phone calls. I'm going to reiterate that over and over and over, that making personal touches is going to be the way to recruit kids into our program. Talks at after school programs, having parents go in uniform at lunch to just talk, not do a big formal presentation, just sit with the kids and have lunch. School carnival, parish picnics, depending on when they fall, parent teacher conferences, have scouts do a service project, opening and holding doors for people as they come and go, set up an info booth. We'll be happy to print custom invitations to anybody you want to give us addresses for, or just tell us how many. We'll give them to you and you can address them, but we can't cover the cost of postage this year. We have our inflatable BB range. We have our inflatable archery range that are both free for you to utilize. We can bring them to and from your event, and we will have our camp ranger, Phil Kaler, run that for you. If you have any parades or local festivals, get involved in those. We'll be happy to give you peer-to-peer recruitment cards. You can tape it to candy, toss it out to people as you're going along. Passive recruitment methods are things that you just put out there and then they just kind of hang out. So we are creating a Facebook event for every recruitment. Of course, you should have your Be a Scout pin updated. Yard signs, posters, bookmarks in the library or book fairs, Scout Life magazine in the school library. Put the date of your recruitment on the school calendar. It's probably a little late for that one, but they may have social media posts that they're willing to post for you, or websites, community calendar postings. Put it out there on sequency.com or whatever the local website is for activities in your community. School newsletters, press releases, we have templates for those. Community notice boards, local businesses a lot of times have those scrolling marquees. See if they'll let you put it on there. Some of our businesses do it, some of them don't, and that's okay. But the more, the better. I've talked a little bit about the power of personal touch. 59.3% of people joined our program because of a personal recommendation they knew from someone. That is a huge number. The data that is coming out of national and that we are seeing locally, anecdotally, without having hard facts behind it, is that while we have flyers that say you're invited, while we have yard signs that say you're invited, people don't see that as being an invitation to join our program. An invitation is you calling, texting, emailing, personally Facebooking, Instagramming, chit-chatting, and saying, hey, listen, we have this cool program, my kid's involved, do you want to get involved too? And I guarantee you, you will increase your recruitment by 60% unless you're already doing that already. So here's some ways that you can make a personal touch. People join because of the programs and values, but they stay because of friendships and connections. So when you get new parents to join, invite them to be involved, invite them to do social things, bring them into your friend group. Chances are you're in this program still at the level you are, and you have a group of friends, whether that's at your unit level, that you've met in other packs, at the district level, summer camp staff, who knows? But at the end of the day, you like seeing those people. Bring other people into that fold. Utilize current parents and leaders to reach out to other parents in the school, grade, or classroom. I've mentioned the custom invitations that we can print for you. Just like a birthday party, they can say, you're invited, and you can sign at the bottom and tailor it however you want. We can provide sample call scripts and text scripts if you need it, and you can utilize the BSA Adopt a School program. The BSA Adopt a School program is phenomenal because it's a way for you to have a good relationship with your local school, which typically in our council, we have 1 or 2 packs per school. This is an opportunity for you to provide service for them, to work with them at their functions and make sure they have what they need. So that way they in turn turn around and encourage people to join your program, because look at what Scouting has done for the school. Each participating unit will pledge to perform a quarterly service project, minimum 1 per year commitment. Units may use the service hours to count towards rank advancement, unit awards. Some of these projects could include flag ceremonies, gardening projects, trash pickups, school festivals programs. And there's a whole lot more ideas on the BSA Summer of Service and Adopt a School website. How you do this BSA Adopt a School program: you meet with the school principal of your community and discuss their needs. Establish a project timeline during the school year to complete the service projects. You can fill out a school pledge letter, which you can find at our council website /adopt-a-school. When you finish these projects, post them online, share them with us. There's our email on the screen. And of course, don't forget to record your service in my.scouting.org. Meet quarterly with the school principal to review the projects. And I guarantee you the power of the personal touch is going to help grow your pack. Let's talk about some registration night best practices, because you want to make sure that you make a good first impression. The best packs will encourage Scout Life magazine. It's only $1 a month. We know that the 3 best ways for retention of scouts is to have a trained leader, have a den chief, and have that monthly reminder of kids doing cool things with Scout Life magazine. That is literally at the top 3 things. Now, one cool thing about Scout Life magazine is that it's for boys and girls, but it grows with the Scout. So there's a Cub Scout edition and there's a Scout edition. So the Cub Scout edition is going to have more puzzles and comics and games where they take those out for the Scout edition and add some additional features that you can read. So there is a Cub version of this, and it's just, you get it based upon your registration. So $1 a month, I guarantee you, you spend $12 a year on sillier things than Scout Life magazine for your kids. Avoid information overload for new parents. I don't think we need to go into in-depth with that, but I want you to think a little bit about the best business practices that you've seen other recruitment nights do and kind of follow those. Hand out a light snack, inexpensive snack, popsicles or s'mores over a sterno. We know that bribery works. People like to associate things with food. If you have food, that's a good thing. You have an engaging activity for the scouts to do while you talk to the parents. I recommend you set up 2 school nights for recruitment up front, because if you do everything right, but it rains the night of your recruitment and nobody comes outside to go to the park or to head out to the school because there's thunder and lightning, you definitely want to have a backup plan that you throw out there right off the bat. Have a handout of upcoming meeting dates and the leader's phone number. That way, if the leader doesn't reach out in a timely fashion within 7 days for their first meeting, they know who they call. And of course, displays, popping a tent, putting out some sort of visual will always be beneficial, because some people like to hear things to learn, some people like to see things to learn, and some people like to hear things to learn. Think about the best recruitment nights that you've ever been to for other organizations, whether that's sports or dance, t-ball, little league, park-related things, and think about the best ones you've been to. Steal those elements and avoid the things that aren't effective and turn you off as a parent. So don't sit down in scouting and start way back in 1907 when scouting was founded by Lord Baden-Powell. Do they care? At this point, they're there because they want to sign up for scouting. The chances are they want to get in and out. Make sure you set the expectation that they sign up for scouting now and that the parent needs to be involved, and then get them the heck out of there. Let them get back to their night. Do what you feel is best in order to make sure that your community has what they need to sign their kids up for scouting in a stress-free and easy way. We know that the best places to have your recruitment night are first and foremost the school. That is the home base for your kids. That's where they're going to feel the most comfortable. The parks and outdoors are going to be the second pick, because people feel like the outdoors is part of our mission. Studies do show, however, that young parents avoid churches that are not their own. So even if you're at a public school pack and you meet at a church, be careful where you have your recruitment night, because some people will not join simply because it's a church that's not their own, and they may feel pressured, whether you pressure them or not. They'll feel an internal pressure that they need to join, and that turns them off. And then always conduct a post-recruitment wrap-up meeting to take notes for next year, or really your next recruitment night, because recruitment nights should be frequent and often. Scouting is a 12-month program. We go all through the year, and kids can join at any time throughout the year. Things to avoid: too many details about fees. I'm not saying not to be transparent. Please be transparent. Please be honest about the fees, but you don't need to spend 20 minutes talking about fees. We threw that in there because, yes, we have had that, where leaders spend 20 minutes out of the hour talking about dues. Don't double up on PAC program. If it's your popcorn night, don't host your membership at the same time. If it's your regular PAC meeting that you're doing a recruitment at, that's probably not going to work either. You really need to be focused on recruiting kids and have the program separately. Don't let them leave without completing an application, and do your best to keep it. Even if they don't pay until your first meeting, which is 7 days later, within 7 days, make sure you grab an application, and at the very least, make sure that you have a sign-in sheet, which we've given you in your membership packets, which you can pick up now from either service center. So that way you can double check that everybody is recruited into scouting. I do want to talk a little bit about national registration fees. Those did go up on August 1st. They are now $72 per year for a scout and $45 for an adult. That's why we had a big push over the summer and in the spring to encourage you to do some recruiting before the fees went up on August 1st. I know that there's some great business practices that Pack 54 out of Let's had. You're welcome to reach out to them and get some great tidbits. They completely own their Cub Scout recruiting, and they are already rocking and rolling with this fall with 7 new scouts ready to rock. So that's $72 a year, breaks down to $6 a month, and the $45 a year for leaders is $375 a month, which of course is prorated. So here's what we're looking at for 2021. It is now August, the first 3 columns, if you're going to collect money through with the end of 2021. So in order to register a scout in August through December of this year is $30, $5 for Scout Life, $18.75 for adults. And I do want to point out this does not include the $25 one-time joiner fee. Second 3 columns are if you're going to collect the money for 2022. So I always encourage that, because if your kids are signing up in September at $24, and then you have to turn around in October and collect the money for a chartering that's due at the second Thursday for roundtable in November, it kind of sucks when you say $24 to get your feet in the door. Oh, by the way, we need another $96 from you if you want to continue to play with us. So I always recommend, I guess $72, 96 would be total. I really, really, really recommend that you collect this year and next year upfront. Now, you do have 2 accounts at the Scout office. One is for Scout Shop and one is for registration fees. You're welcome to keep as much money in that as you would like to. It is your money. We cannot touch it without your permission. In fact, we go to like prison if we steal your money. So we don't do that. It's a custodial account. It's your money. Most PACs who have best business practices of this will keep some money in their registration account. That way, if you bring in an extra application, we have the money right there. We can just charge your account. You don't need to worry about 2 signatures on a PAC check. So for August, $102 to register a scout until December of 2022. Scout Life is $17, $63.75 for adults. And don't forget about the new member joining fee, which is $25. It's required for all new youth. If they have a BSA ID, meaning that they quit scouting and came back, no one-time joiner fee. We just need that BSA number, and we can help you look it up here at the office. It is not prorated, so whenever you join, it is a straight 25 for just the youth, not required for adults, explorers, or transfers. Let's talk a little bit about why people quit and how to prevent that. Combat any issues before they arise. Here's a recent study that's come up about why people quit scouting. 33% say our den pack had poor leadership. 20%, our family didn't feel welcome. 19%, kids not interested. 18%, too expensive. And 15% never received any communication from leaders. Okay, so let's kind of break this down. Our pack had poor leadership. The first question I'm going to ask is, are they trained? All Cub Scout training is available online for free from the comfort of your home in your pajamas. If your pack or den has poor leadership, you can fix that right now by asking them to go online and get trained. Right there, you can keep 1/3 of the kids who quit our program each year. Our family did not feel welcome. Take a look at your pack and ask why. What are you doing to welcome people into scouting? Are you having a big celebration? Are you calling the parents to say, hey, thanks for being here? Are you inviting them to feel like they're friends? My child was no longer interested. You can take a look at your program planning and ask the kids what they want to do. We know with sports, when you sign up for soccer, you get soccer. When you sign up for baseball, you get baseball. Badminton, all you get is badminton. When you sign up for Cub Scouts, you get hiking, biking, fishing, canoeing, camping, Pinewood Derby, Rain Gutter Regatta, Space Derby, all these really cool things. And we can simply fix a fifth of the kids who are quitting by saying, what do you want to do? Very simple question. Cub Scouts is too expensive. Encourage them to sell popcorn or discount cards to fund their adventure. And 15%, we never received any communication from leaders, or we were not contacted about meetings. 15.8% a text message could fix. What drives satisfaction? These are things that those same people say why they quit. What drives satisfaction? Our unit has a welcoming feeling to it. Our family feel like we belong to our unit. Kind of makes sense, right? We just talked about a moment ago why people quit. They didn't feel welcome. 2 out of the 6 things that drive satisfaction is a sense of belonging. Program, we have great outdoor activities. Scout meetings are a good use of our family time, family being the key word there. I have support from leaders that help me be a more effective contributor, and my efforts are valued by the unit. I'm going to throw out some shameless plugs real quick, all the other nuggets of knowledge we want to throw in here. We now have a way that you can order online through MississippiValleyBSA.org/online orders. You select from the options of uniform or advancement, select your items, enter your information, and select the Burlington or Quincy or shipping for where you want to pick it up. You enter your payment, and then we'll give you a call within 2 business days confirming your order, informing you of when your items are ready for pickup. Nice and easy. Shop from the comfort of your own home in your pajamas. In that same line, we have a head-to-toe sale this year again. If you buy the full uniform, hat, shirt, patches, belt, pants, socks, then you get a neckerchief slide, then you save $25 on that uniform and you get a free handbook. That's Cubs and Scouts. Feel free to go for it. It's a great way to make sure that your people stay involved in scouting. When they have a financial commitment, they're not going to let their kid quit. And if you don't have a handbook for your kid, how are they able to do the program? Spookery is going to be 2 different convenient dates for you. This is our fall camporee for Cubs and Scouts, replacing our old new Cub camps. It is going to have 2 convenient dates on October 16th at Saucanock Scout Reservation and 1 week later on October 23rd at Camp Eastman. So come out for the day, optional camping. It'll be an absolute blast, all sorts of great activities. More information, once again, at our council website. Sewing is now available in-house at both service centers. That's right, we purchased sewing machines and have trained our staff on how to do that, and they're looking pretty sharp. $15 for a full shirt. Please clean it or buy it fresh. We do not want dirty, smelly shirts coming in. $3 for just a patch, $2 per merit badge, and if you want your pants hemmed, $20 for that. Now would be the time that we'd have the open forum, but we're just going to pass that right along. And I want to thank you for joining me today. I want to thank you for listening. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can reach out to MississippiValleyBSA.org. Check out our website, lots of information there. You can reach us at mvc@scouting.org. You can contact your district executives, Matt Gerada, Matt Shaw, who will start on September 1st, or me as your friendly neighborhood field director. You are more than welcome to Google search for things, reach out, and just find some great information to help your program be successful. You don't need to create from scratch. Everything out there has been done 100,000 times over. You just need to find what's right for your pack, and the council is here to support you with that. With that being said, I want you guys to have a wonderful afternoon, wonderful evening, wonderful morning. Maybe it's the middle of the night, depends on when you're watching this. That's the beauty of the replay. You can watch us whenever. And if you really feel like it, feel free to forward back to the beginning and watch us again. Don't forget to hit the bell here on YouTube to remind you of when we post new videos such as this one. Be sure to subscribe. We're always posting membership recruitment videos, program videos, resources to help you be successful. Thanks for joining me today and have a wonderful afternoon, evening, morning. Good night.